can you just share your name and how old you are?
So I'm Elizabeth Bond. I'm actually 27 and I'm actually from Far North Queensland. And I officially moved last year just before Christmas that I decided to move down here for the company. It's pretty good now. I had the SDA company come across them and I am so happy to be part of this group, and I decided to move all the way from Queensland all the way down here. And if it wasn't for the SDA company, I would have stayed a little bit longer in Queensland, but I decided not to. So I officially settled in a few weeks ago, and tricky first time when I moved in here. It took me a couple of weeks to settle in, and now I officially moved in, which is a really good emotional ride for me. But if it wasn't for the SDA and Challenge, and for the support workers I chose, and if it wasn't for my two mums, that would be great for them as well. So I officially moved all the way from Cairns all the way down to New South Wales. So I'll be doing more things with the company, and yeah, and I come across a really good company now. It's called the SDA, and I want to say thank you to Abby and Trina and you guys as well for having me on board as a 27-year-old girl from Queensland.
Lizzie, that's awesome. Can you share a little bit about, what's been the best part of moving into this space and to Woy Woy?
So the best part was to move in, sign the agreement for the SDA, and I come across the very good company called Challenge, and I firstly moved in. The first time, 3rd of February, I officially moved in, opened the doors and closed another door. And if it wasn't for SDA, if they wouldn't build this, if it was for the other participant as well, so that was pretty good of these guys, because I came down here last year and have a look at the build, and now I've officially done it for the company, and I've done it for you guys as well. So a big thank you to SDA.
Canopy, we are so excited to have you here, Lizzie. How has having your own space here changed your daily routine? What does your daily routine look like now?
So now every Tuesday now I do public transport, which is I did that two weeks ago. I went up to Newcastle with another support worker who does sleepovers, and now I'm getting used to that, and now having you guys has come across a really good company that I really getting used to. Now having SDA as a company to come across. For you guys, it's been really good company.
Amazing. What is something that you've been able to do on your own, or something that you've always wanted to do that you have been able to do now that you've moved in?
So I did the boat yesterday with another support worker called Nat, and we did a boat trip all the way up to the inlet and all the way back from the inlet. So it was pretty good for me yesterday. I did so good yesterday doing the boat trip. As a really good experience, really. To the point.
Yeah. That would, I love the point. I love that boat trip. How does it feel to wake up in your bed, in your room, every morning?
It's pretty good. Every morning I could just wind the blind up and look out the window. And now I can just wake up at any time, really. point there now I realised that I've officially done it. I settled in. If it wasn't for SDA. So yeah, I officially settled in.
That's amazing. That makes my heart so happy.
If it wasn't for Abby and the other company, that would be great. I don't want to leave you guys behind, so I decided to stay. So yeah, officially settled in.
Lizzie, what does home mean to you now that you've settled in?
It means now I get to leave the unit anytime, really. To go visit Mum twice a day, and now I know how it feels. Mum's like 6 minutes away. I just go down the road, and I just live up close, like near the shops, and just go whenever.
That makes me really happy. How has living here helped you feel more independent and more confident?
Well, the first night when I moved in here, it was a bit tricky because I have to have a bloody cold shower with no bloody hot water. So yeah, I think it was super good. Now I realise that I officially settled in.
How has it been for you to be living in an apartment block with other people? How have you connected with your neighbours and with the other people that are living in the building?
Now that I'm getting used to having neighbours. Before that, I wasn't having neighbours around. But now, Rebecca's from upstairs. I go visit her like twice a day. I take Miss Cara for a walk. And now I know now I can take the dog for a walk now. So yeah.
She's a pretty cute dog. So has there been a moment in the last 3 weeks where you've thought, yeah, this is my home now? Like, yes,
Yes,
I'm at home.
I'm at home. I feel like I settled in, and if it wasn't for you guys, and if it wasn't for Challenge and SDA, and I want to say a big thank you to Mum and Lee to have me closer to them, because I lived in Cairns for 10 years apparently, and it was actually my 10th anniversary in Queensland. So I'm actually officially a New South Wales girl in Woi Woi. So I'm officially a New South Wales girl. I'm not a Queenslander anymore. So I officially am New South Wales.
Up the Blues.
Yep.
Now that you've moved in and you've settled in, what is something that you are looking forward to?
I'm actually looking forward to go back to my company in a few weeks. So my company I come across is called Breakthrough. So I've been with Breakthrough for 5 years, and my old company used to do like going out in communities like that and doing like shopping, food shopping, and doing like community access. So before I left my old company, I actually come across the same company I come across is actually, they have one in Takra. So they're actually a really big company I come across. So if it wasn't for my uncle Adam, who actually works in Far North Queensland, the same company that I'm going across. So they won't lose me down here.
Has living here and the big move, because it was a big move from Queensland to New South Wales, has that move and now living here and being settled in with your workers from Challenge and living in this Canopy SDA, has it changed the way you think about your future?
Yes, it's the right path, it's the right way to go. And now I am so happy now I get to come across you guys as well. And if it wasn't for you guys, I was not gonna be here, but hey, I come across that too. But now I come across you guys, and you guys the best SDA I come across.
If you could describe your new home in just a few words, give me 3 words to describe your new home.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good question. My new home will be a Woy Woy. And if I was a Kingfisher, and it's actually a really good street, and it's very quiet, and we live across the road from the school.
Yeah.
So,
For you, like in terms of what makes you feel at home, what are the things that make you feel like this is now, like you've settled in? Is it living down the road from your mum and having them down the road? Is it feeling like you've got your own space? What makes it feel like it's yours?
no, I am like 6 minutes away from mum, because now I can just go around the corner and not annoy them. And that's what they thought I did for the last few days. So yeah, I officially done it. If it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for the SDA. And yeah, I want to say big thank you to Linda as well for that company, Indigenous company, come across.
So for you, what would you say to another participant who's thinking about moving into a Canopy SDA home?
So for another participant, it will be tricky, because it will be hard, especially for you guys, like a client. You have to go through like forms like that, like you have to come across SDA, fill in the forms, fill in your forms, your details, everything. But the tricky part is, this unit will be full. There won't be no more space in this unit. There's going to be 4 of us actually living in the unit. There's actually upstairs, there's another participant called Rebecca. She just moved in before me, so I met her. And yeah, if you guys want to come across SDA, the best thing is to get in contact with Abby and Tracy as well. Get in contact with you guys. Come across Challenge too. They are very good company, and they are very good providers, because I've been with them for almost three weeks now. And for SDA, especially in units and stuff like that, you guys have to fill out your details and come across SDA, and they'll provide you a unit. But it will take you guys like 12 months to move in. It doesn't take over time.
What has been the best part about working with Canopy?
Canopy is pretty good. Now I realize that Canopy's come across a very good company. I'm actually a really good participant, and I'm very, very open person to come across a participant. So I'm actually a really good participant to go out with, and I really come across people like that with disabilities.
What do you like about the design of the apartment? Like, what are your favourite things in the apartment that make it easier for you to live independently?
So independently, the part of the apartment is that it's like electric,
The automation?
automation, like you have to let yourself in. So the really good thing is, now that I let myself in, intercom, there is like security cameras, CCTV, there is an iPad connected to the internet. So that means you can see who comes in and who goes out. So in that time of areas that you guys are in, to keep your house safe and secured. And please lock your doors when you guys leave. Do not leave them unlocked.
So you feel safe and secure living in this property.
Yes.
That's great. That makes me happy. What about the other accessible features like the adjustable bench, the bathrooms, the door frames? How does that impact your day-to-day life?
So every day now I use the bench, like for cooking and stuff like that. To shower, you have to go through a wide door and you have to go through that with the wheelchair. But if people have like a wheelchair, like electric one, so that's what I use. So if anybody have like shower chairs, just use a plastic one. But like this, like electric one, just put a towel over the floor, doesn't get marks and stuff.
Yeah.
So especially for like showers like that, that would be great for a participant as well.
What would you say, like, what's the best part about living here?
The best part is you're living your best life. There's no like ideas. You can get like a couple of hours on your own, and now I know how to do a couple of hours. I do since the few weekends now. I just live here. I just leave the unit anytime.
What's the biggest change in your life since you've moved here?
The biggest change is it was easy for me to move, so I'm still waiting for my stuff to come down. So I'm still waiting for that too.
Since moving here, how do you feel?
Pretty great and excellent.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with anybody out there who's thinking about calling Canopy SDA to move into one of our many properties, or who's thinking about starting the process of SDA? Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
So that would be great if they can build like more SDA housing commissions, like in the central coast of like Tagra, Woy Woy, and a bit more out further, like out that way. Like we're officially settled in here, but we need more like up central coast way, like Gosford up to Newcastle way a bit more for the participant. There is a public transport you guys can do as well. There is a wheelchair ramp on the train tracks. But the tricky part is you guys have to figure out how to catch a train from a different station up to Newcastle. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going up to Sydney tomorrow afternoon at 12:30, and I'm actually doing a big trip up to Sydney as well tomorrow. So I've officially done it. So I've officially done my first trial on the train. So you guys there is an app called Opal. You guys have to plan a trip ahead. There is a waiting time on the app, but I'm taking you all the way up to Sydney tomorrow to Coast Harbour.
Lizzie, if you were to describe Canopy in one word, living in a Canopy home, what would that one word be?
That's going to be a really good question, because I'll come across that, because Canopy is actually a very good company to come across as well. I actually come across them about a year, I think about 2 years ago, I think I come across you guys. So if it wasn't for Challenge and Canopy, you guys are a very good company to come across. They have a lot of participant who wants to move into Canopy SDA, but it will take you guys a month, probably 2 years. It will take you guys to move in to your own apartment. But just to give you guys a head up, it will take some time to get used to having a company. So if it wasn't for Canopy, if it wasn't for Challenge, I want to say a big thank you to Canopy happy with actually a really good company I come across now, and I officially moved.
Amazing. So, can you show me around your apartment?
Yes, I'll give you guys a tour.